Hey guys, Coach Chad here. Today we're going to cover the movement with two names, the lying butterfly or lying swimmers or prone swimmers. Now this is going to be a mobility exercise, but it's not necessarily a exercise that enhances mobility as well as it does more so maintain the current mobility that you have and create motor control and strength at and range, as well as developing a little bit more control within movement of internal and external rotation around the shoulder, as well as flexion and extension to some degree, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk through this step just so we're understanding some of the smaller details of the position as to when we rotate and some of the smaller positions that we're trying to attain. Now this movement's a little bit uncomfortable because you have to do it on the gym floor with your forehead locked to the floor. Of course, it can be done standing or in different positions. I just prefer the ground because it makes it, in my opinion, a better exercise because there's no give or modifications of the body. You can't kind of cheat the movement. You have to stay tight in the torso, head contacted down, and then all the motion is coming from the shoulder joint. That's what makes this kind of a superior exercise, in my opinion, okay? So we're gonna start off by lying on the floor, so prone here. The mic is hopefully gonna be not lost. I'm just gonna place that here, hopefully that works. Now, in this position, we're gonna lock our head down to the floor. We're gonna squeeze our torso and our glutes lightly. I'm gonna start with the hands out to my side, and then I'm gonna pull them up to a Y position. Okay, so maybe up to like a 45 between here. And then in this position, what we're gonna do is we're gonna raise our arms. We're going to externally rotate them, or if you wanna think supination, you're gonna supinate them. So you're gonna lift them up, externally rotate, and then just simply bending by the elbows, place the hands behind the head. And you can take a momentary position of rest here if you wish. Then you're gonna pull up off the head and hold for a second. You're gonna pull the elbows and the hands at the same time, not just the hands, okay? So when we're here, we're gonna think lift, extend the elbows, slowly move the hands back to the 90-degree position here, internally rotate our hands, and come back to the opposite Y in the bottom position. Then slowly bend the hands, or the elbows, I'm sorry, place them on your back. This will be tight for many of you. So for many of you, you may only get to here. Others will have different ranges of motion. Hold this for a second where you're just allowing the hands to rest, then lift them off the back. And as you lift them, think of lifting the elbows and the hands, or primarily the hands, to go into internal rotation. We don't just want to go here or straighten our arms out too much. Now, you may have limitations in this position because this is where most of you are going to be tight, but do the best job you can in fighting for that internal rotation, okay? So your hands are on your back. You're going to lift, hold for a second, extend the elbows slowly, slowly rise them up, and rotate. And as you're coming through here, you still want to think about keeping your arms high, okay? So kind of like you're doing a front crawl where you're gonna come grab the floor or the water. Now, rotate, hands behind the head, hold, lift, extend, rotate, bend the elbows. I like to squeeze the torso in this position, squeeze my rib cage down, lift, lift, hold, extend, rotate, and back to the start. Very challenging exercise, but a fantastic exercise for gaining, again, control and position and maintenance of range of motion in internal, external rotation about the shoulder joint. Give it a whirl, team.